Hi students, today we are going to see lesson 4 in science. Since we have gone through the lesson twice in the earlier section, today we will revise the lesson. Take page number 18, water. Water is a liquid. It is a very special liquid because nothing can live without it. Every living being has lots of water in its body. Water has three forms. When you cool water, it freezes or changes into ice. Ice is a solid form of water. Heat makes ice melt or change into water. When you heat water, it changes into water vapor. When you heat water, what happens? It changes into water vapor. Water vapor is the gaseous form of water. Water vapor is the gaseous form of water. When you cool water, what happens? It changes into water. When you cool water vapor, it changes into water. Look at the picture. In nature, the heat of the sun changes water from the solid form to the liquid form. The ice are being melted due to the heat of the sun. Okay, the solid form is changed into liquid form. The heat of the sun is constantly changing the waters of rivers, lakes, and oceans into water vapor. You do not see the water vapor. Why? Because water vapor is colorless. Water vapor is colorless. If water vapor is colorless, how do we see steam? The white steam that comes out of a pressure cooker or forms over boiling water is actually the droplets of water. What is it actually? It is the droplets of water. The white steam that comes out of a pressure cooker or forms over boiling water when the water is boiling, it's actually the droplets of water. The droplets form when water vapor meets cold air and cools. In nature, water vapor rises, meets cold air, and changes into droplets of water called clouds. Look at the picture. The water is boiling. When the water is boiling, what is there in the picture? Steam. Okay. And in the right hand side, clouds. How is clouds? Clouds are nothing but the droplets of water. Okay. How the three forms of water differ? What are the three forms? Solid, liquid, and gaseous, right? The three forms are different in some ways. Ice is a solid. A cube of ice has a fixed shape. A cube of ice has a fixed shape. Other solids like books, tables, pencils, balls, and so on also have a shape of their own. So the main point is solids have a fixed shape. Solids have a fixed shape. Look at the pictures in the right hand side. All solids have a fixed shape. For example, ball, round in shape, pencil, right, battery, or the examples, ice cubes, or the examples of a solid. Solids have a fixed shape. Moving on to the liquid. Look at the picture on the left hand side. Liquids take on the shape of the container. Okay, liquids do not have a shape of their own, but it takes on the shape of the container. Water is a liquid. It does not have a shape of its own. It does not have a shape of its own. Pour a glass of water into a bowl. It will take on the shape of the bowl. Then pour into a jar. It will take on the shape of the jar. You can try it on any other liquids with this liquids like oil and milk. You'll see that all liquids behave the same way. What is the behavior? They does not have a fixed shapes. They take the shape of the container. Okay. Next. Look at the picture. Liquids flow. Liquids flow. This is the next point. Liquids will flow. First point is liquids do not have a fixed shape. Solids have a fixed shape. Second point is liquids flow and solids do not flow. These are the difference between liquid and solid. You can pour water from a jug into a glass. You can pour the water. Why? The reason is the liquids will flow because liquids flow. You cannot pour ice cubes from a bowl into a glass. Why? Because solids do not flow. Liquids flow and solids do not flow. Next, look at the picture. Gases, different type colors of balloons are flying. So inside the balloon, gases are there. It's filled with gases, right? So gases do not have a shape. Okay. Water vapor is a gas. Water vapor is a gas. It does not have any shape. Air is a mixture of gas. Air is a mixture of gas, and air too does not have a shape. You can fill it into a balloon of any shape. It will take on the shape of the balloon and it does not have its own shape. Okay, it takes on the shape of the balloon. So, air does not have a shape. So, the main point is gases do not have a shape. Gases do not have a shape. Next. Moving on to next one. Water mixes well. Water mixes well. Many solids mix well with water. Many solids. Sugar, for example, mixes so well with water that it seems to vanish. When you mix the sugar with the water, what happens? You can, after mixing it, you cannot see the sugar. So it mixes well with water. And salt is another thing that mixes very well with water. It's a good thing that the salt and the sugar mixes well with water. Otherwise, now how would you cook or how we make lemonades and other drinks, isn't it? So the main thing is salt and sugar mixes well with water. Okay. Many liquids also mix well with water. Air, at last, air also mixes with water. That's how plants and animals can live in water. They use the air, mix it in water. Okay, next, moving on to filling the blanks. When water is cold, it freezes. Ice melts to form water. When water is heated, it changes into water vapor. Fourth one, plants and animals can live in water because air mixes with water. When water vapor meets cold air, it forms clouds. Choose the correct answer. Which of these have a fixed shape? Solids, liquids, or gases? Solids. The answer is solids. Which of these can flow? Water or stones or ice cubes? The answer is water. Third, third one. Which of these can spread out and fill space? Water or oil or air? Air. The answer is air. Which of these is not a gaseous form? Air, steam, or water vapor? The answer is steam. Fifth one. Which of these mixes well with water? Soil or salt or oil? It's salts. And next, answer the following questions. First one. What is the gaseous form of water? The answer is water vapor. Water vapor is the gaseous form of water. Gaseous form of water is called water vapor. Then second question. What makes ice melt? Heat. Heat makes ice melt. The answer is heat. Heat makes ice melt. The third question. How does water vapor change into water in nature? The heat of the sun is constantly changing the waters of rivers, lakes, and ocean into water vapor. And fourth question, what are clouds? In nature, water vapor rises, meets cold air, and changes into droplets of water called clouds. In nature, water vapor rises, meets cold air, and changes into droplets of water called clouds. Fifth question, why do we not see water vapor? The answer is we do not see the water vapor because water vapor is colorless. Water vapor is colorless. Sixth one, write two differences between solids and liquids. First one, solid. Solids have fixed shape. Liquids do not have a fixed shape. First difference is solids have fixed shapes and liquids do not have a fixed shapes. The second difference is solids do not flow and liquids will flow. The last question, write one difference between liquids and gases. Liquids, the answer is liquids take the shape of a container. Liquids take the shape of a container and gases do not have a shape. Gases do not have a shape. Okay, children, that's it for today. And for your homework, children, learn all the question answers. There are 7 questions, isn't it? Learn the question answers. Be thorough. Each and spellings you had to learn the question answers, and test will be conducted on Thursday in your Google class. Okay, thank you, children.